Welcome to the Elevate Your Leadership section of the Business Learning Academy. I'm going to give you a sense of the content, the topics and the structure of learning in this stage. Now, it's fairly true to say that leadership and management can feel like a daunting prospect, particularly if you're new to it or new to growth within your business. And dependent on your own background in terms of whether you've come from a large organisation or perhaps somewhere else in private practice, the role that we think of as leadership and management is often dictated by learned experience from others, and let's face it, certainly in my own experience, that always wasn't a good experience. My own sense was people tended to make up stuff quite a lot, which impacted me and the people that were around me. The thing to bear in mind, although it's a truism, is that people do tend to leave their bosses and not organisations. That could be through a sense of inequity, through conflict. So we want to make sure that you get your leadership and management skills perfected so that you don't fall into the same trap. So why is it important? Well, your business success in the future is going to depend upon your confidence and capability as a leader and manager of your team. So we're going to share some best practice with you, help you understand the role, which will grow your own confidence and competence as a leader and a manager. That's going to lead to increased engagement within your team, with associates and with suppliers and other stakeholders. It's also going to mean that you can grow the reputation of your clinic more quickly and more effectively. And most important of all, it's going to give you a much greater sense of achievement. So let's take a brief look at the 6 sections that form this stage. So the first is about leading and managing. Now, there's often a lot of conversation around what on earth is the difference between leadership and management, so we'll debunk that and have a conversation about that as part of this section. It's important that you get the basics in place and you learn and grow as you go. The next stage is business growth. Now, we know you want to develop an organisation that has great service, has a strong reputation in the local community, and hopefully is going to make money for you. Now, within the area of business growth, there's lots of management consultancy jargon, so we're going to cut as much of that out as we can to make this very accessible, to help you understand the components of business growth. It's going to move us on to business mindset. Now, put simply, that's the difference between how much time you're spending working in the organisation and, as we would say, working on the organisation. So an employee would tend to focus on the treatment room and the client. The leader and manager would actually be spending much more time thinking about the direction, business health, the performance of the organisation to ensure its sustainability over time. Now that means that you're going to need to think at some point about roles and responsibilities. Now most of us start small and we become a jack of all trades and we learn things as we go. But actually as we go, that can become a very inefficient way of working. So we help you to think about how you would organise, establish and develop roles in your organisation to help your business grow and to help you have the time to develop organisational capacity. The next area is leading change. Now this can be quite a tough space to be in. It calls for personal resilience and it calls for real clarity on what you're seeking to achieve out of your business and how you want your business to grow over time. Learning to engage with individuals that are affected by changes in your organisation is the secret to that success. But as you probably know, it's harder than it sounds. And that moves us on to coaching for performance. Now that's about getting the best out of you, but it's also helping you to get the best out of your team. So it's helping you to think about the skill set that underpins a good business coach, so that you can coach your team and ultimately pass on those skills to other members of your team, which again is building capacity and capability within your organisation. So that's a quick overview of the 6 sections in elevating your leadership. Hi, I'm Phil from Elevate Clinic. Now we know you're keen to avoid the mistakes that we made in the past and find the shortcuts to running a high-performing clinic. The EYC Academy is a cost-effective way of developing your knowledge and learning how to run a great business. A business that clients, employees, associates and other stakeholders will all rave about. To find out more, please follow the link in the description below, and we look forward to seeing you in the EYC Academy.